I think we wanted to start with you talking about your first Eurovision experience.
I have to confess that I didn't know what Eurovision was that time, 2011. Somebody from my company was this freaky guy, crazy for Eurovision. And he said, you must bring Senhit to Eurovision. And everybody was, what is Eurovision? And I went, oh my God, you don't know what is Eurovision? I said, no. So come with me in San Marino. I come from Italy. And I say, okay, let's do it. But because I didn't know the show, I took very easy, very superficial, like whatever.
Was it a shock when you got to Dusseldorf, the size of it?
Yeah, amazing. And the German, they built this huge place, super organized. But in the same time, as I said before, because I didn't know the show, I thought, bah, whatever, I will do this gigs and bye. Oh my God, oh Lord. I was so nervous. And I sing Stand By, this beautiful ballad. When I was there, I said, I need to do something up-tempo, but it was too late. When they called me 9 years later, and I was prepared. I was ready with new team, new songs, new me. And then, of course, the fucking pandemic arrived, and I was like, no, it's not fair. And I received the call from San Marino, and they say, I'm sorry, Senhit, but we have to cancel Eurovision. I thought it was a joke in the beginning. I was crying like a baby. Can you imagine, after 9 years, finally, and they canceled the Eurovision? I was devastated. But then 2 days after, they called me again and they say, okay, there is a possibility to do Eurovision 2021. You want to jump in? I say, fuck yes! I say immediately. But the rules are you cannot sing freaky anymore. You have to build a new song, a new team, a new dancer, whatever, but everything new.
How did the collaboration with Flo Rida come about?
The Adrenalina was not built for Eurovision, was built for like hit summer song. My team, they say, let's try to give to Eurovision a song. And I thought the idea to invite a rapper to sing the song with me. And Flo Rida, he was crazy for the song. And we fell in love and I say, okay. But it was a COVID moment. So he flew from Miami and only in the last moment, he went to Rotterdam. And it was a big surprise for me too. So I saw for the first time Flo Rida the day before my first rehearsal.
Oh my gosh, I was literally just about to ask, when did you meet him for the first time?
It was the first big event after almost 2 years of COVID. And I didn't feel the competition because everybody was so excited finally to sing live.
Being able to come back to Eurovision several times, it makes you somewhat of a Eurovision icon. The Eurovision fandom is a very unique fandom, a very dedicated fandom. What's kind of been your experience?
I mean, they support me a lot. I'm alive for the fans of Eurovision. I'm a freaky queen thanks to you. And probably in some point, I gave them a big gift through the freaky trip to Rotterdam. They canceled the Eurovision 2020. With all my team of 2020, they say, okay, let's try to build something, to give something to the orphans of Eurovision. I say, okay, Freaky was my song, so let's build the long trip to Rotterdam through the big iconic legend song of Eurovision, but in a freaky way. You understand? So this is why we be like freaky trip to Rotterdam. Luca Tomasini, the director, he pushed me a lot. And then slowly I become the fucking freaky queen.
One quick question before we have to wrap up. You added an H to your name.
So my name is Senhit, but it's impossible to pronounce. So I said, let's cut the H. Let's do Senhit. But then my father get pissed. And I said, no, go back to your name. I say, okay. So it's like Senhit, but with H.
Senhit, thank you so much for speaking with us.
Cannot wait to see the show. It's going to be incredible.
All the mysteries of the Eurovision.